we'll move over to Pecan. Paul Stavert.
Big number down there is the rent increase, and we've allocated the additional space that we're in the process of leasing out there.
Right, this right here on the where it says building rent. This is now we were actually splitting the rent of the new area between Pecan and Peters and Carpenter, or not Peters anymore, but it'll be somebody else. But there is a little bit of an increase in each one of those departments.
Yeah, the new agreement, the rent shot up $6,000 a month in September, starting in September.
Yeah, there'll be some allocated over to physical therapy.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly. Yes.
Do you think that's gonna be enough advertising on line 23 there? Because certainly we're gonna have to spend more than that advertising two new doctors and.
True, but
That's-
all of our advertising has gotten moved. We've moved all of it over to Lisa's department. She's gonna handle all the advertising, whether it's a help wanted ad or whatever.
We also have advertising in the 501A budget. So when we do advertising, we advertise jointly. And when we advertise 501A, we advertise both the Glen Rose clinics and Pecan.
Yeah.
So back to the rent here. So it says budgeted $20,000 rent for the year, but I saw that it's $6,000 a month in the contract, starting in September. So you say next to that, annual is $60,000 divided by Pecan, Carpenter, or Doctor. What's that mean?
Ray, where did we get the 60,000? I thought we looked at the.
The other portion of that is the physical therapy part. The pharmacy part is housed in physical therapy. When we do the Pecan income statement, we pull all that into one income statement, but it's housed in the pharmacy area that's dedicated to therapy. They'll get charged the rent expense for that, for physical
Right.
therapy.
But I guess what Paul's saying is we're gonna actually write checks for $72,000. We're showing here that we have
Yeah.
$20,000 budgeted. Where's the other $52,000 roughly?
That's right.
Where's the $52,000 that should be on line 25 there?
There should be, what, 20 in Carpenter, 20 in Peters or the new doc, so that comes up to 60, and then plus pharmacies
Yeah.
portion.
Okay.
Places.
And so that is our portion of it.
That is just,
We're gonna spend 72, but then the
Yeah.
doctors are gonna write us a check back for their part of renting our.
yeah, that's just the lab and x-ray
Right.
portion of the rent.
Right. Does that make sense?
More sense.
Okay. And it looks like our purchase services there on line number 31,
Mhm.
we actually spent 15,000. We only have 8,000 budgeted, and then we're gonna come back and budget 10,000. Are we gonna be $5,000 upside down on whatever purchase services is?
Let me look at my comment.
Okay.
It said, let's see, part of housekeeping annual salaries allocated, and it's lower than, it has to do with, when we do our allocations, David Dixon is in charge of housekeeping, and what he does is he determines which one of our housekeepers are working which area. We take their salary, and then we allocate it out. And I guess this is a different person, as somebody new that's going over to Pecan.
Right.
Also have larger area.
And they have a larger area, yes.
So my understanding right that we're budgeting $74,000 for Pecan Plantation?
This is just the hospital piece of it.
Well, I hear people running around saying it doesn't cost us anything, so I see here that we're budgeting money for it. I just want to make sure that
No, our
people
revenue,
know we are spending money.
our revenue is greater than our expenses, is what we
Yeah.
say.
We're gonna send them 75,000, and they're gonna send us back about $1 million, right? Just for a rough figure.
Yeah. What we show you every month is an income statement, which has the revenue and the expense. And our revenue always exceeds our
All
expense.
those different facets into one page.
2 months ago.
Well, if that includes a lab, I assume that your equipment repairs you're talking about is going to show up somewhere else, and that's why we left it out.
Equipment repairs, let me see.
Oh, right here?
Is there anything?
There just
Yeah,
wasn't.
we don't have, the equipment we have, you actually will see an increase in the maintenance contract, I think.
Because
we
it
were-
wasn't budgeted for.
We were paying to repair that piece of equipment whenever it broke down. Now we actually have a maintenance contract. So for that price, they're gonna come out and work on it for free no matter what for the year. So anytime it's older and as it gets older,
And the maintenance contracts in what?
It's right
purchases-
here.
Purchase services?
No, see the line right where my cursor is?
Oh, I see.
We
Yeah.
didn't have the budget for it last year. We had equipment repairs. This year, we'll have a maintenance contract and hopefully no extra repairs.
as they get older, you tend to get maintenance contracts on those. I mean, the standard rate's about $350 an hour plus parts. So one visit can potentially cost you what you would have. Now we're paying almost $5,000, but any repairs, any maintenance is covered. We don't pay another dime.
Everything over there?
Everything's covered. It covers the machine 100%. So anything, if
Is it more than one machine that we're talking?
that's mainly, it's just mainly the hematology analyzer is the big piece of equipment that's over there that's pretty costly. And, the lasers go out, those things are looking at $60,000 repair to put a new laser in a hematology analyzer. So with the maintenance contract, if it goes out, it's covered.
So notice we don't have the doctors or any of the staff listed here as far as the expenses.
That's
They're under their own
and
departments.
the 501A,
You'll see
Dr.
those.
Carpenter's, all of his
Right, I
stuff.
remember last year we had
Yeah.
it separated out.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, monthly, you'll still get the income statement where we pull all that back together and you can look at it on one page where
Right.
it's all of them. But just budgeting purposes, it's the hospital side. So this is just X-ray, lab, and the services, EKG, PFT, the things that we bill out of the hospital side.
Right.